What's going on, y'all? It's your boy GT Savo, and today I'm going to talk about the game, give my opinion on what I think needs fixing the most, what's wrong with it, and is the game worth buying? In my opinion, right now, yes, I do think the game is worth buying. It does have its issues, but other than that, I don't know. Personally, for me, I've waited 13 years for a boxing game. We finally got one. Is it perfect? No. Is it bad? I think it's far from bad. I just think, unfortunately, the things that are wrong with it are game breaking things like the desync. The desync is not. The desync is. It's hit or miss, man. Sometimes it's real good and the games are nice and fluent. And then sometimes there's days where, like, it just. You're getting hit across the ring. You're literally throwing punches to where the guy's not blocking and the punches still aren't registering, and it gets pretty frustrating. That could literally lose you a fight if like somebody else has the better end of the desync. So that's a pretty big one. I think what helps fix that is the servers. I think if they got dedicated servers, but I already brought that up to an admin and their Discord or a dev or whatever he is. Um, he said they don't plan. They do not plan on getting dedicated servers. And I don't know. Basically, from what he said, is like they're not planning on getting servers because I think it's either they don't know what's causing the desync or that's not what's causing it, and that won't help it apparently to them. I think another thing that could be causing the desync and the messed up like player boxes and stuff is just the advanced movement, bro. Like how you're not stuck on the center line like on Fight Night, and UFC has a bit better movement, but you're still stuck at certain angles at points. Um, yeah, people complain about the hit detection. Like I hear hit detection more than I hear desync. And if you're desync, then your hit detection is going to be terrible. And I think that's what people are getting confused as. It's not the punches itself. But even if there was an actual issue with the desync, I don't think they should do anything with the punch tracking, with the blocker, until they figure out the desync to at least, like, smoothen it out a bit. Like, get it a little bit smoother and then go from there. Because if we're having desynced fights, and it's that unstable, then who knows, like, what's actually broken. Like, if somebody has the same visual on your screen that they have. And I think messing with the block and uh, all that other stuff, like, before we get rid of desync is just going to break the game even more than it already is. The stamina, I hear people complain about the stamina still. The stamina, if you're desynced, you're going to be missing a lot of punches, even though it looks like you're landing, and that's going to affect your stamina because the game's taking it as you're missing on your side, so your stamina will drain. Uh, the only time I really gas on this game is when I'm throwing stupid and not landing. Like, if you're landing at, like, above a 55%, or just not even using that many powers and just throwing, even if you do miss, like, if you miss a three-piece and you come back with another three-piece right after that, like, of course your stamina's draining type stuff. But there's multiple different things that could be affecting the stamina that's not the stamina itself. So, I think some of these other things, I don't think we need to touch those yet. I think the biggest thing that we need is smooth gameplay, and that is the desync. The desync is a big one. I hear people complain about Wilder still. I just feel like if we keep nerfing Wilder, he's just not gonna be like useful at all. I feel like in the beginning, with the power spam update, anybody could pick up Wilder and get a win. I think now, like, you have to at least be a little above average to be able to use a Wilder consistently and like even be able to like compete. So they kind of fixed that a bit, but if you just keep patching Wilder, he's gonna be useless. There's gonna be no point. And yeah, Wilder's always been a hard hitter. Like everybody says it, so yeah. I feel like the body shots for everybody hit pretty hard too. But their body shots, you catch people while throwing, there should be a little bit of a damage to there. Like you gotta make body shots valuable in the game because games like Fight Night and stuff, unless it was like a power body straight or a body power body counter uppercut and stuff like that, like working the body didn't really score you nothing on the Fight Night cards. So we got the desync. What I think about the blocking and everything. The next thing that I will say is pretty game breaking that's frustrating is when people quit on you, or if you have a draw, or even if you win. You still get L's for it. Especially in ranked, that's extremely frustrating. Because if you're a plat player, you get 15 points per win. You take one loss, you lose 35 points. So if you're playing for a couple hours and you're winning, it still only takes like 1 or 2 glitch L's to completely like ruin all your progress, depending on how many games you played as well too, you know, and how consistent the glitch is happening. It's gotten a lot better, but it still happens and it's frustrating. So yeah, that needs to be addressed. If you're a very competitive player and you want to be competitive 110% of the time, because of the desync and the records glitching out and giving losses and everything like that, it's gonna be tough, bro. Because sometimes the game is just gonna be so bad connection-wise to where it's nothing really what you're doing wrong. It's just the game, and you're gonna take L's from it, especially with the glitch, like I just said. But it's not normally that bad to where you can't fight through it and where you can't win a game. Like I've been through it, but most of the time, like even with the desync, I've lost because of stuff that I was doing. So, um, the desync can't be. The desync cannot be like the reason why you're missing all your punches uh and everything like that, because it does happen, but it's calmed down a lot since the first patch. It's still there though, and it still happens more often than it should. It shouldn't happen at all, but I'm still trying to give them a little bit of benefit of the doubt. Like the footwork, I don't care what anybody says. Like it's advanced. The footwork is advanced. We haven't had a game like this with the footwork. The head movement can still be reworked a little bit, but it's not bad. The lean back like this creates counters. This is a little slick one. Come out with a straight with it. The slips, the slips like these, the left and right, like if people are using a lot of straight punches, that's where it's viable. And even with the lean back, but obviously if you're doing that and people are throwing hooks, it's useless. You also cannot throw unless it's a jab or a straight through your block while you're moving, and even then, like it makes you go stationary. I think they need to fix that a bit, but for me, that's not too big of an issue. As long as I can lean back, I'm used to movement kind of being stiff from Fight Night, and I think UFC was a big upgrade from Fight Night movement, but it was still kind of like, in my opinion, it was for me. I'm a bot at UFC. I'll be first to admit it. I can't do anything on the ground, so I'm just a striker. So I just feel like I still feel like this is smoother than UFC, barring a clear connection, obviously. Like if you're desynced and red barred and stuff like that, then no, it's frustrating. So taking the L's and stuff like that, if you're competitive, that part is frustrating. But if you like just going in quick fights and just using different fighters, low overall fighters, and just trying to get better at the game, and you don't care about your record, then I still think the game is worth getting. I don't think it's that bad. Overall, like I do get upset when I get desync, but it's not. I still have fun on this game. I don't care what anybody says. Now, so we got the desync, we got the glitch losses. Uh, the blue screen. The blue screen, they need to fix that too, because that also gives you an L. You can't control that. It's just, yeah, you'll blue screen out, make the fight disconnect, which is kind of butt, but it is what it is. I think, honestly, those are the desync and the records. It's got to be fixed. That's what we got to get. The leaderboards for ranked, like, people being able to glitch them is annoying. But every game with a leaderboard, like, is always going to have some workaround to, like, quit a fight or be able to, like, glitch the leaderboard. It's like that. That's why 2K took the leaderboards away, and that's why a lot of games don't have leaderboards anymore. Like, basically any game that has leaderboard because of the coding, like, you can glitch it or you can cheat in that game or something. Like, Call of Duty has leaderboard, all the cheaters, like, barring PC gaming has. I'm rambling. Okay, let's get off of that. So, um, damn, kind of actually forgot where I was at. I see. I'd be rambling too much, bro. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to pay attention to the fight, and I'm trying to talk about this too. So desync, the glitched wins, losses, people quitting, yada yada, giving you L's. I haven't played career mode, which, by the way, if you want to see me post a career mode video and start in our series, whatever weight class, if you're still in the video at this point, then I'm gonna need you to go ahead, let me know what weight class, blah blah blah, all that good stuff, and just say what's up, yada yada. But yeah, early access, I was making career mode videos. I didn't notice too many glitches in that. I hear people, this dude's, it's so corny. Um, I hear people saying that, like, the desync and stuff is in career mode too. Then you want the desync done before they do anything else with career mode, like on, like, a created fighter, online career mode, cosmetics, all that stuff. Bro, I do not care about any of that. Master the gameplay first. Master everything, make the game fluent, and then we'll worry about all that other stuff. And I think that's honestly my three biggest complaints, or a couple of complaints. Now, do I think it's worth it buying it? I think they dropped the price already. So yes, I think the WC version with the DLC fighters and stuff, like, for the $60, yes, for sure, it's worth it. I think the original, not the original, but the regular copy is 40 now. Yeah, I don't think, like, the game's not broken enough to where I can't have fun on it. Like, that's just me personally, man. Like, I get mad at certain losses. Don't get me wrong, I'm about to get knocked out. I can take my losses. I just hate when I take a loss and I can't control what I'm losing to, like, if it's, like, desynced and stuff like that. So yeah, that's my biggest worry about all of it, or concern about it. But like I said, like, there is kind of like game breaking issues in it, but it's not enough for me to, like, quit playing it or not think that this game is good, because I don't care what anybody says. The only people that are saying that Fight Night is better than this or looks better and yada 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 are the people who are coming from Fight Night that thought they were just gonna pick up the game and be good at it. There's a skill gap in this game, but then there's not at the same time, if that makes any sense. And I just think that people thought that they were gonna be really good right off of the rip, and it doesn't always happen like that. Like, some games you just need you need reps in, man. Like, the only way to get better at something is you're gonna take L's on along the way. Like, if anybody ever told you they just picked up a game and weren't taking L's in the beginning of it, they're lying. Like, it happens, you know. So I think people just don't have patience, or they're not fighting, like, as smart. and stuff. Like that could also, if you're desynced, like not fighting smart and not paying attention, not being able to get counters, not understanding the counter windows and stuff. Like I'm just throwing at this kid right now, so I'm getting countered my ass off, but he's gassed. But I think like a lot of people's issues are just some of it's self-inflicted, and then some of it actually is the game. I know before they dropped the patch after launch, like I was so horribly desynced, like I couldn't even play the game. I went to PC, like it was so bad. And then like this is a huge difference compared to like how my game and everything was running and on console at least in the first patch. I play both console and PC by the way. PC is more fluent, but obviously there's more frames in the game, but it's essentially still the same thing. They have all the same issues. Yeah, I think people just don't have patience, man. People just want to pick up the game and automatically be good at it. For $60 for the WC version, WBC version of the game, I think it's more than worth it. $40 for the OG version, I'd pay for it. I think it's a really good game. I think it's fun. I know other people are gonna have like different viewpoints on that, but I'm telling you, man, like the biggest issue in this game, and then once it gets solved, it will open up so many other things for the game. Is the desync. Then you'll be able to know if the block is too strong, if they need to add more block breaking, if the stamina is garbage. The stamina you won't even really be able to like tell much until it's a 10-12 round fight, because this is stamina for me right now. I honestly think it's perfect for an 8 round fight. I think giving it any more stamina in an 8 round fight, it's just going to turn it back into the power spam. And like I don't care, I could power spam people, but I do like actually boxing in the game. Now the video's at 17 minutes. I kind of rambled, but honestly, those are the biggest flaws to me in the game that are essentially quote unquote game breaking. Those are the main ones, though. I don't care what anybody else has to say. Those are the three main things that need to be fixed in order to like keep the like game competitiveness up and ranked. Uh, you got to fix the losses or getting the losses and stuff. The desync is the big one, and then just basically build off of that because I think this is really good base. The footwork's elite. It's just it's so much better than other like games. Like the UFC, at least to me, I feel like it's better. Same with Fight Night. Like obviously, Fight Night's like a 13-year-old game, but after waiting 13 years, I think they did a good job. Um, they have this game has been in development for 2 years, and they do keep breaking things with every update. But I think that's because of all the balancing and patching and everything that they have to do. So I'd like them to just focus on one or two things and a quick hot fix patch rather than just keep dropping like updates with a whole bunch of other things. Like get your guys' side together on the coding and stuff before you just release a whole like big update, because from what I hear in early access, you guys haven't quite been able to get it right when doing a bunch of things at one time. And now it's carrying over to console, but now you're charging people full price for it, so you are gonna piss a lot of people off with it. 20-minute video rambling. I hope I kept your entertainment. I hope the video was kind of solid. I know I probably zoned out and rambled a little bit too much, but yeah, I think this game is great. I think if you haven't already played it, I think you'll enjoy it. I've seen a shadow on the side, like bro. Ooh, I got goosebumps, bro. I've clearly saw like something like block out my view. That was, bro. I wish I didn't have the background on now, so I could have seen that in the replay. Ooh, bro, that's tripping me out, bro. All right, I'm done. My apologies. That was kind of weird. I hope to see you guys in the next video. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit me up in the comments if I missed anything and you made it this far into the video about it. Go ahead and let me know something else that may be more or should be more of a priority to you. that I missed, because everybody's gonna have a different opinion on what needs to be worked on more than this. So, yep, appreciate you guys if you lasted all the way here, and I hope you guys have a happy holiday. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. I'll see you guys either when I go live or in the next video. Peace.